Now I would like to tell you what I spent 2016 writing. I had a good look at all the things that I wanted to say. I had a good look at all the things that I had said, and I thought pretty hard about all the stories that were in my head. And the next one that seemed to be calling out the loudest was the story that began in Zombie Zero, the first zombie. We meet Mother Nature and find out that Mother Nature is not extremely pleased with the way that things are going on the planet. We find out that Mother Nature has many ways to solve the problems that humanity has caused many, many times in the past, and that she's got a way to solve this problem as well. She's decided to activate a hidden DNA sequence in certain people that turns them into flesh-eating monsters. When we look at the big problem ends up being population. All the little problems that we look at that seem like big problems become little problems when the population gets smaller. That is the beginning of the point of what the zombies are here to do, is to show humankind that balance is very important. They've got kind of a terrifying way of showing us. And it doesn't just take one book for them to make their point. In Zombie Zero, the last zombie, most of the survivors of the apocalypse have learned that they need to come together, that they need to have a plan, and they need to be able to fight these ferocious monsters that nature has called upon them. They've also learned that they need to start anew in a way that won't call this kind of thing down upon the next generation, or the next generation, or even the next generation. Now, when I was a kid, I used to love the magazines that were often called pulp publications, science fiction publications that were released monthly or quarterly or yearly. They usually had kind of cheap paper, but really cool cover art. And when I saw the cover art that we got for the two zombie books, and I realized there were a lot of stories that weren't being told in those two zombie books, I decided that I wanted to have some books that would fit in my back pocket, like those books back in the day, that had great cover art, but didn't have cheap paper. So these two actually fit in my back pocket, which is really cool. Each one of them has three short stories in it. The first one is called The Sickness Spreads. They pretty much follow the timeline of Zombie Zero, the first zombie, and Zombie Zero, the last zombie. And the characters play parts of varying importance in the books themselves. This is Zombie Zero, the beginning of the end. Love Lost at Sea. The Zombie Killers. The Heart of the Monster. And Monstrous Consequences. I really wanted to build a small library of zombie books and tell a lot of stories within this world, and I enjoyed very much doing so. My project for next year has already begun. It's called Ringing in a New Year, or at least the first book is, and I have begun to share chapters of that with newsletter subscribers. If you'd like to check those out, you can check those out when you sign up for my newsletter, and I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy the zombie books if you should check them out. And I appreciate you taking time to check out this video.